Hey, it's Jonathan McGinley, the owner and founder of Intentional Man, an organization that inspires and equips men to live intentionally, pursue God-sized goals, and build lives of significance. One of the main problems that I've seen in the last handful of years working closely with men of all different ages and walks of life is the problem of passivity, the problem of getting stuck on cruise control in your life, the problem of living reactively instead of proactively. And this was my story. This is why I'm so passionate about helping men break out of this vicious trap of passivity and to live highly intentional lives. With everything going on in life and with all the different responsibilities thrown at men today, it becomes very easy to just coast through life, to become very reactive. And this can take on many different forms, but I think you've experienced or you know of someone who seems to just be on autopilot in their life. You wake up, you do the same things over and over without having any intentionality or purpose in your days, or without pursuing the things that make you come alive, or without giving a ton of thought to the legacy that your life is leaving. And it can be so easy to be so focused on your career that you don't invest in your family. Or maybe you're so focused on getting all the responsibilities done around the house that you don't make time to invest in your health or to do anything that's fun or brings you joy. And on top of that, it's really easy to isolate from other men and to not have any deep friendships, to not have other guys that you know and that can help you and they can help carry the load, to not have people in your life who are pushing you to be a better man. And there's a story that I read online and it's deeply impacted me. And there's so many similarities in this story to different seasons of my life. And it reminds me of why it's so important to live a consistently intentional life. And as we head into the new year, I wanted to read you this story. And my hope and prayer is that 2025 would be a year of intentionality. It would be a year where you throw off passivity and you chase everything that God has for you, that you push past fear and discomfort and you live with courage and boldness. So I hope this story inspires you, gets you thinking and dreaming about 2025. So it's from a guy named John Jerryson, and he just posted this story on a Reddit thread, just to some random people, but he writes this story. He says, "Hi, my name's John. I need to get my life off my chest. About me, I'm a 46-year-old banker, and I've been living my whole life the opposite of how I wanted. All my dreams, my passion, gone. In a steady 9-to-7 job, 6 days a week for 26 years, I repeatedly chose the safe path for everything, which eventually changed who I was. Today, I found out my wife has been cheating on me for the last 10 years. My son feels nothing for me. I realized I missed my father's funeral for nothing. I didn't complete my novel, didn't travel the world, didn't help the homeless. All these things I thought I knew to be a certainty about myself when I was in my late teens and early 20s. If my younger self had met me today, I would have punched myself in the face. And I'll get to how those dreams were crushed soon. Let's start with a description of me when I was 20. It seemed only yesterday when I was sure I was going to change the world. People love me and I love people. I was innovative, creative, spontaneous, risk-taking, and great with people. I had two dreams. The first was to write a utopic, dystopic book. The second was traveling the world and helping the poor and the homeless. I had been dating my wife for 4 years by then. Young love. She loves spontaneity, my energy, my ability to make people laugh and feel loved. I knew my book was going to change the world. I would show the perspective of the bad and the twisted, showing my viewers that everybody thinks differently, that people never think what they do is wrong. I was 70 pages through when I was 20. I'm still 70 pages in at 46. By 20, I had backpacked around New Zealand and the Philippines. I planned to do all of Asia, then Europe, then America. To date, I've only been to New Zealand and the Philippines. Now we get to where it all went wrong. My biggest regrets. I was 20. I was the only child. I needed to be stable. I needed to take that graduate job, which would dictate my whole life. To devote my entire life in a 9-to-7 job, what was I thinking? How could I live when the job was my life? After coming home, I would eat dinner, prepare my work for the following day, and sleep at 10 p.m. to wake up at 6 a.m. the following day. God, I can't remember the last time I've even made love to my wife. Yesterday, my wife admitted to me that she'd been cheating on me for the last 10 years. 10 years. That seems like a long time, but I can't even comprehend it. It doesn't even hurt. She says it because I've changed. I'm not the person I was. What have I been doing the last 10 years? Outside of work, I really can't say anything. Not being a proper husband, not being me. Who am I? What happened to me? I didn't even ask for a divorce or yell at her or cry. I felt nothing. Now I can feel a tear as I write this, but not because my wife has been cheating on me, but because I am now realizing I've been dying inside. What happened to that fun-loving, risk-taking, energetic person that was me, hungering to change the world? Remember all that backpacking and book writing I told you about? That was all in the first few years of college. I worked part-time and splurged all that I had earned. Now I save every penny. I don't remember a time I spent anything on anything fun or anything for myself. What do I even want now? My father passed 10 years ago. I remember getting calls from my mom telling me he was getting sicker and sicker. I was just getting busier and busier on the verge of a big promotion. I kept putting my visit off, hoping in my mind he would hold on. He died. I got my promotion, and I haven't seen him in 15 years. When he died, I told myself it didn't matter that I didn't see him. Being an atheist, I rationalized that being dead, it wouldn't matter anything. Anyway, what was I thinking? Rationalizing everything, making excuses to put things off. Excuses, procrastination. It all leads to one thing, nothing. I rationalized that financial security was the most important thing. I now know that it definitely is not. I regret doing nothing with my energy when I had it, my passions, my youth. I regret letting my job take over my life. I regret being an awful husband, a money-making machine. I regret not finishing my novel, not traveling the world, not being emotionally there for my son, being an emotionless wallet. If you're reading this and you have a whole life ahead of you, please don't procrastinate. Don't leave your dreams for later. Relish in your energy, your passions. Don't stay on the internet or your phone with all your spare time. Please do something with your life while you're young. Do not settle down at 20. Do not forget your friends, your family, yourself. Do not waste your life, your ambitions like I did mine. Do not be like me. Wow. Our lives are all writing a story. Guys, every day, who you are, what you do, what you say, and how you treat others is ultimately stacking up to write the story of your life. I believe that as a man, if you're here and you're listening deep down, you want your life to write a great story. You want your life to matter. You want your life to be significant. I don't think any of us would want to feel like the world would miss us if we weren't here. I believe you have great intentions for your life. You want to be a great husband. You want to be a great dad. You want to do something with your career and with your life that contributes to the world. But sometimes the good intentions are not enough. And that's what struck me so strongly with this story. This guy had great intentions for his life. He had big dreams and a big vision of how he was going to impact the world. He was madly in love with his wife when they first got married. But then he slipped into a life that was on autopilot, a life that was passive. And he lost sight of the things that were the most important in his life. And I'll be 100% honest. I'm not that intentional of a man. When I'm in reaction mode, I'm extremely self-focused. When I'm coasting through each day, I'm not looking for ways to invest in others. I'm not consistently in alignment with the person that I want to be. But when I'm proactive, when I'm intentional, when I have a plan, when I have a clear vision and a system and a structure around me, then I usually am way more intentional in alignment with who I want to be. It takes intentionality to break free from passivity. It takes getting a greater vision for your life. It takes a big dream and a big challenge. It takes a community of other men who are around you, pushing you, encouraging you, and holding you accountable. If you've been living a life of passivity, now is the time to make the change. You have what it takes. You have unlimited potential. You have value because God made you and He doesn't make mistakes. And I believe He wants to put a big dream inside of you. I believe He wants to empower you this year to make an impact on the people around you. I believe He wants to ignite a passion for Him and for His kingdom. I don't know about you, but I don't want to come to the end of my life and be filled with regret over all the things I know I should have done because I was just coasting. I don't want to let fear dictate my life. I don't want to let distractions take up all my time and energy. And I know if you're here with me today, that you're a man that cares about making the most of your life. You're a man who wants to chase down your God-sized dreams. You're a man that wants to leave a legacy, a man that wants to be a great husband and a great father. So I want to encourage you. You have what it takes. You have it in you. You were created to do something great with your life. You were created for a purpose. I believe you're one decision away from changing your life. You're one commitment away from finally breaking free from passivity. This could be the year that you truly gain confidence. This could be the year that you finally overcome the things that have been holding you down. Dream big this year. Take on God-sized challenges. Do things that you can only do with God's help. Lean into Him. Depend on Him. Draw on Him for strength. I can't wait to see how he uses you this year and how you change the world, whether that's for thousands of people or just a few people in your closest circle. Get a big vision for this year. Get a group of men around you who can help you and hold you up and support you. Find helpful resources that keep you going and make this your best year yet. I believe in you, and most importantly, God believes in you. So live a life that you're proud of by living intentionally.